Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Sport ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2019 season. I hope you're all well, having a great day, and today we are going to continue on with more battles from this Kyogre, Tornadus, Incineroar, Dusk Mane Necrozma, Lurantis and Tapu Lele team. So we played it last week, we've started off the week with it this week, we've got today and then we've got tomorrow with the team before we move on to something else. We've had an incredible week so far this week, and I hope, touch wood, I am not jinxing it, but hopefully we can continue on and finish off on a real good high with the team, because it's been so much fun this week playing the team. I'll just recap it for you. Kyogre, Tornadus, Incineroar, Dusk Mane Necrozma, Lurantis and Tapu Lele. We can't get enough recap in this episode, but yes, like I say, we haven't brought the Tapu Lele too much this week. Maybe we get to feature it a little bit in the games ahead, but all in all, we brought the Tornadus. That was the idea at the start of this week, and it's really performed super well. So without further ado, let's get into it, guys. As always, if you do enjoy the content, if you do, leave a like. It does really help the video out, it helps the channel out, and more importantly, do subscribe to the channel, because it does mean that you do not miss any of these great Battle Spot daily episodes that we have on the channel, and our guide series, and all other content in between. But like magic, we've got our first opponent, Dom from Italy, playing a very similar team to ourselves, nearly identical, so it's going to be a really fun mirror. With Lurantis, Kyogre, Tapu Lele, Dusk Mane Necrozma, Incineroar and Toxicroak. So the only difference is we have Tornadus, who's been an absolute beast for us this week, and I feel like will be a beast in this match, and my opponent running the Toxicroak in that place. Okay, so things we need to be careful of are the Lurantis for sure, because if the Trick Room goes up, we can't really utilise Incineroar as best we want to. Dusk Mane Necrozma for us is going to be insanely good. Toxicroak could be a little bit of a problem, especially if we decide to bring our Kyogre, because we're not going to be able to damage it very well. But like I said, Tornadus can hit that Lurantis for good damage, can hit Incineroar, the Toxicroak for super effective damage, can do decent stuff to the Tapu Lele. It can taunt and shut down the Necrozma as well. So I think we will bring it. I think we will lead off with, actually, I'm not. I'm gonna, yeah, I am gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring Necrozma. I'm gonna bring Lurantis, and I'm gonna bring Incineroar, and I'm gonna bench Kyogre in this match. We're gonna have to rely on Lurantis to deal with this Incineroar more than anything, more than ever before. I don't know if it's the right decision to make or not, but I feel like these 4 Pokemon that we've chosen are going to do us a good job. So we've got the music on. We're going to see Incineroar. We're going to see Tapu Lele come out. We're going to see Tornadus from us and Dusk Mane Necrozma. So that's not too bad. The Intimidate's not ideal for us turn 1 for sure. But there's no Intimidate from my opponent's side of the field. No Fake Out for a Necrozma on my opponent's side of the field. Right, I'm going to switch in Incineroar, and I'm going to go for a Sunsteel Strike into the Tapu Lele. I'm going to switch out Tornadus for the time being. I think we need to keep that around for later on in the game if we can. I think the biggest thing that we have to worry about right now is the Lele, Shadow Ball, potentially, and a knockoff Flare Blitz from the Incineroar double aim. But I'd imagine a Fake Out maybe goes into the Tornadus from the Incineroar. It's probably quite tempting for my opponent to stop. Maybe a Tailwind going up, potentially. SOHK into Incineroar, excellent. There's the Flare Blitz. Okay, so the Intimidate helping us out massively there. No burn, hopefully. Activation of weakness policy means we are going to be able to get rid of the Lele pretty swiftly, unless it is sashed, which I'd imagine it might be. Could be scarfed as well in the sort of build. We'll soon find out. it's not. So, and a critical hit just to make sure that we get that one hit kill. Right, let's see. I'd imagine Kyogre comes in now, which does make it a little bit awkward because, oh no, it's Necrozma. Okie dokie. We don't mind. We don't have Fake Out though, but we do have Knock Off Aura on. However, I do not want to knock off into the opposing Necrozma. I'm just going to U-turn out onto the Incineroar. I don't want to activate Weakness Policy on the opposing Necrozma as well, which is what it's likely to hold. And I'm just going to U-turn out on the Incineroar. Hope that the opposing Necrozma wants to try and set Trick Room up, and then we can get our Lurantis in. It looks kind of like that's maybe what it's doing. It's definitely not going to go for a Photon Geyser into this slot, so it gives us a pretty seamless switch in to the Lurantis here. And I feel like the Incineroar is probably... No, Photon Geyser. You Photon Geyser into an Incineroar. Are you absolutely mad? Huh. I mean, that was either the greatest read of all time, or it was just, yeah, I think it was just the greatest read of all time. So we're going to get the Intimidate into my opponent's slot. I don't really get that, but never mind. Let's knock off the Incineroar and go for a Sunsteel Strike into that slot as well. Trick Room here for us is not ideal right now because we've not got a Lurantis. We lose that, so Incineroar may switch out here as well. Could definitely be an option for my opponent. But no, they're going to persist with these Flare Blitzes. We're taking them pretty comfortably. Knock off, we'll get rid of a potential berry. And what's a +2? Oh, +1. That's it. Okay. That's all that's Photon Geyser into us. Not doing too much damage. Sunsteel Strike. I can't believe we lost Lurantis like that. I think that puts us in a really awful position. Especially if the Kyogre is the last Pokemon. Let's go for the U-turn into the Incineroar and protect with Necrozma. We can get rid of the Incineroar and see what my opponent's last Pokemon is. It's got to be the Kyogre though. But we kind of have to. Okay, we're going to see it. It is the Kyogre. Could have potentially Trick Roomed here, you know. You've got to just think that the Psychic Terrain will run out at some point. Okay, we're going to lose. Yeah, that's fine. But it's protecting our Necrozma there isn't ideal, because now we do get Tornadus in. But I just don't think we can win this, to be honest. I don't think we've got enough in the tank to deal with the Kyogre. I think that, like, a Water Spout will take both our Pokemon out. We needed the Lurantis, and maybe Trick Room in there would have been our best call, but my opponent disconnects, which is really unfortunate for them because I think they win that match. I don't feel like that's justification for us winning. But I mean, we take those all day long, don't we? It was really unfortunate for my opponent. I do feel bad in those situations. I don't think that's anyway an intentional disconnect, but hopefully we can improve on that last battle. Like, the big key there was for us losing the Lurantis. Like, you always think switching out Incineroar, it's never, like, in any situation, Dusk Mane Necrozma targeting into an Incineroar feels wasteful, so you feel pretty safe. So like I say, if that was the intention, my opponent catching us off there, that is massively hats off to them. So Unfortunate disconnect. But we've got our next opponent, Locky VGC. Oh, Lock VGC. Depending on how you pronounce that. Playing Xerneas, Groudon, Incineroar, Smeagol, Tapu Lele and Cortana. Again, not many options of speed control here. I mean, you could have Tailwind on something like Smeagol. You could have Trick Room there. I don't think there's Trick Room though. Maybe to support the Groudon, could be a variant. I doubt it though. There's more likely to be Tailwind on that or either the Cortana. You've got the terrain support for priority protection from Fake Out, from the Tapu Lele. Groudon, going to be just doing Groudon things. Is probably Life Orb. I'd imagine quite fast, quite speedy. And then the Xerneas here. I think it's going to be alright for us to go with Tornadus. Do I lead Kyogre? I don't think I lead Kyogre in this match. I think I kind of bring a combination of Incineroar with Necrozma and keep our Kyogre in the back. I think that's what we'll lock in with. I don't want to lead Kyogre out into a Groudon for sure. She's never going to be good. Ever in a million years. But the problem is with the Tapu Lele with the terrain control, it does block our Prankster Taunt from our Tornadus onto the Xerneas, which makes it a bit easier for it to set up. But we do have Necrozma to fall back on in those awkward situations. We're going to see Cortana, we're going to see Incineroar come out for my opponent. So we'll be able to get an Intimidate onto both these physical attackers, which is really nice to kind of start us off today. It's good. I'm kind of tempted to just pivot out with it's too early, and with the Groudon not in, you don't want to pivot out with Incineroar. No, I'm gonna pivot out with our Incineroar, because I could Tailwind into, like, I could Hurricane, sorry, into the Cortana, but I feel like we're an easy target for a Fake Out here. I'm gonna U-turn out on the Incineroar. Let's hope we don't get faked out and Sacred Sworded into that slot. And Cortana gonna go. This is Groudon. If we don't get faked out again, it's gonna be like the dance all over again from our last episode. Please, Incineroar, don't fake our Incineroar out. Gotta dance like this. You love it. Feels so bad doing this, but I mean, it feels so good every time we get this. Really, really. You know, when you do it the first time, you think, that'll never happen again. I'm going to really cherish and enjoy this moment. And then when it happens again, it's just the euphoria. We're like addicted to this play. So the Groudon probably goes out. Let's Hurricane the Groudon and Water Spout and just clear the field. Because something has to be sacrificed for that Groudon, unless the Groudon decides to just stay in and take a Water Spout. It might stay and protect. Something might come in for the Incineroar. Who knows? But my opponent is in a pretty bad spot right now. So let's see what they do to adjust. And you know, I do bash. I do, and I have bashed Scoff Kyogre many times before. But in these situations, this is where it's good. This is where it really, really shines. This is where it's swimming with the women all the time. It is doing its thing and just trashing teams. And it really works so well with the Incineroar in these situations as well. Going to see the Cortana come in for the Incineroar. And no protect on the Groudon. Huh. Wow. Surprised. Surprised, and the Water Spout just takes down Cortana in one hit as well. Wow. Okay, so we know we've got Incineroar. It's probably going to be Xerneas as well. We might even get a third game in today. There's no Xerneas. It's just going to be good old Smeagol and Incineroar. I feel like it's done. I feel like the match is done. We just taunt the Smeagol and we Water Spout. And we got like so many options in the back still, so we're still sitting good. Yeah, forfeits. We're gonna get a third game in today, guys. Which is excellent because we get another game with this team. Very good game to my opponent. The turn one just completely kind of shut the match down for us. We put ourselves into a position where we just absolutely were in such a dominant position, and we've seen that already this week, where we pivot out on the slow U-turn and then get our Kyogre into a position where the Groudon's out on the field, and we're able to just put ourselves in such a dominating position, and it kind of puts your opponent really badly on the back foot, so they can't really do too much from there. So we will move on. What music should we choose? Let's go with Necrozma version 2, because it is one of my favorite musical tracks from this game series. When I first found out about it, I completely overwhelmed the channel with it for about 3 weeks. It was the only tune that we had on the DS, but I do try move away from it slightly here or there and everywhere, and then dip back into it sometimes. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do when we dip back into it, and hopefully it doesn't take too long to find an opponent, but it'll be nice if we can find an opponent pretty quickly. Hopefully we can. Come on, Battle Spot. I feel like it's doing the thing again. It's like you've had your 2 games for today. Let's stop, and you're going to have to do the whole process of coming back in and finding an opponent again. It's going to be like that, I feel. Oh, don't do it to us, Battle Spot. But yes, what can I chat about in this interim period? So, what am I doing at the moment? When these videos go up, I guess it's going to be close to Lille's special event, so I'm really looking forward to that event. I have no idea right now, pre-recording these episodes, what team I'm going to play for it, but I am going to make sure that I am really ready for the tournament. So I do want to go into Lille and make a big splash. It's going to be my biggest kind of first event of the season, so I'm really hyped for it, and I would love to know if any of you guys out there will be attending as well. So if you are, drop a comment down below, let me know, because I'll keep an eye out for you at the event, and if any of you are attending, it's going to be great to see you at the event. And I'll be repping the Flinch squad, as you can see in the back here, so I'll have all the Flinch squad stuff repping at the event. So if you've got your own Flinch squad stuff, then do rep it as well. And obviously there'll be stuff on the channel probably at the moment to do with Flinch squad and flinched teas and stuff like that, and the projects that we've got going on coming up, going into the end of this year and into next. All exciting stuff, so I'm really excited about all that as well. So lots of things going on at the minute, and lots of things planned for the future, so hopefully it's all enjoyable stuff for you guys, and a lot of it is going to be beneficial for you guys as well, to help grow the channel, grow your experience on the channel, and help put something back into the community as well. So we finally find our next opponent, playing a QR code team. I always get a little bit disappointed when I bump into someone with a QR code team, but I really shouldn't, because the QR code teams that are out there are really normally very good and put together by really exceptional players, so we shouldn't complain too much. We might have played this one already on the channel once before, but it was a little while ago, so we'll approach it once again. It is going to be the XY combination: Xerneas, YVELTAL, Incineroar, Amoonguss, Tapu Koko, and Smeagol. So lots of support to help that Xerneas get that Geomancy up and start a sweep. You've got the YVELTAL. It is very complimentary. I do like this pairing a lot. You've got the Intimidate support, Fake Out support from the Incineroar. You've got the Trick Room check in the Amoonguss. You've got further Intimidate, further Fake Out support, Redirection on the Smeagol, and then the Tapu Koko for terrain control to help with opposing spores and stuff like that, I'd imagine. Right, let's see. I feel like Dusk Mane Necrozma can do work for us here. What else can do work for us here? I feel like this might be a game where we bring Tapu Lele. I'm going to bring Kyogre up front, and I'm going to bring Incineroar, I'm going to bring Lele, and I'm going to bring Necrozma as well. Heck yeah, let's go with this and go on to our third game today. Hopefully it's not a massively long one, so the episode's not overly long for you guys, but I hope, let me know if you enjoy the longer episodes. We can always do longer episodes. It's always an option. Options are open, and I'm always open to doing what you guys want to see. So I like the 20-minute mark though. The 20-minute mark feels like a real sweet spot. It's not too long, it's not too short. Get a couple of games in every day. It's quite nice. It's quite manageable for me. But just let me know your comments down below. We're going to see Smeagol and we're going to see Xerneas come out for my opponent. Do you get the Intimidate? Kind of tempted to could just hard switch into Lele and Water Spout just to get some huge damage onto everything. It's just the worry if we see a Wide Guard come out. Could be a bit detrimental to us, but I'm going to try it. We've always got Necrozma in the back to come in, set Trick Room up and do some work on Xerneas either way, so we'll probably get the Geomancy up regardless. Spiky Shield. And do we just see a Protect from the Xerneas? Yeah, double Protect. It's fine. And there's a Water Spout. And I think next turn we probably see Wide Guard potentially from the Smeagol. So I'd imagine it's got Wide Guard in this sort of build. I'm going to bring in Necrozma and I'm going to taunt the Smeagol. It's probably better taunting the Smeagol, to be honest, because we don't want it putting stuff to sleep. And the Xerneas is probably faster than our Lele anyway. Being a QR code team, you can probably guess. There's the Wide Guard here. Expecting of the Water Spout. So we shut down the Smeagol for a turn. And there's the Geomancy. So I'd imagine the next turn, we'll probably see the Smeagol switch out for Incineroar. But it does give us an opportunity to Trick Room and get our own Incineroar in. Depending on what the Smeagol's Moody boosts do, which it hasn't got Moody. Because we could just go Sunsteel Strike and SOHK. But I just feel like the Xerneas just protects here all day long. It makes me want to Moonblast into the Smeagol. Just to get damage onto the Incineroar, to be honest. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's Moonblast the Smeagol, expecting the Incineroar to come in. Oh, it's the Amoonguss. Look at a SOHK there. There's the Xerneas Protect. Maybe the Incineroar isn't here. We definitely don't want to Trick Room while the Amoonguss is on the field. I think what we'll do is Photon Geyser into the Xerneas. I'd imagine the Amoonguss probably... I'll SOHK the Amoonguss anyway with the Lele, because I think the Xerneas has to Moonblast it to take it down, but I guess it Dazzle Gleams here. Yeah, so the Rage Powder, there we go. So we'll take the Amoonguss if it does Dazzle with the SOHK, but it is going to go Moonblast into... okay. It's a Necrozma. Trying to get some damage onto it, I guess. But it does mean our Tapu Lele sticks around for a little bit longer. We are going to get the Photon Geyser, which will do probably a bit more with the Psychic Terrain up into this Xerneas. Doing really nice damage there. And I guess the Smeagol comes back in now. Ooh, it's the YVELTAL. We'll get a little more tricky, the YVELTAL coming up. But we want to get an Intimidate and we want to preserve our Necrozma for sure. So I'm just going to go Protect with Lele, and I'm going to switch in Incineroar in on the Necrozma slot. I'd imagine Moonblast come out into the Lele and probably knock off on the YVELTAL into the Incineroar. I'm guessing, but we'll see. Moonblast into the Lele and knock off. Yes. So. Which does put us in Moonblast range now. But we can fake out the Yveltal the next turn. And the Psychic Terrain does disappear from the field. But we probably take a Dazzling Gleam from both, I reckon. I'm gonna Flare Blitz and I'm gonna SOHK into the Xerneas. I'm gonna double target. I think one of the two will take it down. The Yveltal actually protecting from the fake out. I wonder if the Xerneas isn't now. See a Moonblast. Where's it into? The Incineroar. This will take us down, unfortunately. But if we can get rid of this Xerneas, that'll be amazing. I don't know if it's going to be strong enough without the Psychic Terrain. It should be. The Life Orb. Oh, it's so close. It's literally so close. What is our end goal here? Because we want Kyogre in. I mean, we got Kyogre, I think. I think we got Kyogre and we got Origin Pulse. And we switch Lele in. Oh, that's such a shame. That is such a shame. Let's go. Origin Pulse. We'll probably take a Sucker Punch. And do we protect Lele? Or do we switch in to Necrozma to take a potential Dazzle? Or we could switch Kyogre out. No, I think we stay in. We stay in and we'll go SOHK into the Revolver. So we already should have Moonblasted there. Oh, we should take it with, do we take it with both? Come on. We take it with both. We should have Moonblasted. We should have Moonblasted. Because I don't think this takes down the Yveltal. And now it knocks off our Kyogre. And now we don't have the Psychic Terrain to avoid the protection. And it is faster. Oh no, this is not good. We know the Smeagol's there. I don't think Necrozma takes an attack from this Yveltal. And there is fake out. There is 100% fake out. Okay, let's double protect. We need to get around the fake out. Oh, this is so close. This is so close. If we just Moonblasted there, it was like the last second I thought Moonblast would be better than the SOHK because if the Kyogre gets through the turn, which it did. There's a fake out into the Lele and the knockoff. Yeah, we've still got our item. Yeah, I mean we have to just double Yveltal. The play here my opponent could make is to protect Yveltal, put something to sleep, and it makes it easier just picking each one off. Or follow me. Or follow me. Which I totally just, yeah, discounted. Yeah, so, I mean, could have Trick Room there, that would have made things a bit easier. Sunsteel Strike. This should take this Smeagol down to its Sash, which you've got to imagine it has. There's no way it doesn't have Sash now. And yeah, it's just going to be another follow me. And I wonder if the Yveltal, it's not in range to go down from life or damage, I don't think. But we'll Sunsteel Strike all the same. Well, there's a chance, I guess it's -1. We might be able to take a knockoff. Maybe. No. No way. It's too strong. Too strong. We had our opportunity to win that there. We had our opportunity if we just Moonblasted. That was our opportunity. And it came down to a Sashed Smeagol. And that was because of that. But very good game to my opponent. Such a sad way for us to end today, but we can't, like they say, win them all. But just that one little bit of hesitation there. And it might be a little bit of fatigue kicking in, but at the same time, we shouldn't have rushed into the turn so quickly, and we should have decided a bit better in that situation. But never mind. That is that. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. We've got 3 games in. It's been really amazing, guys. Again, I've really enjoyed today's episode, and we'll be back with one more episode with this team tomorrow. So do tune in for that. Leave your comments as always down below. I will love to peruse through them, read them, and reply to each and every one of you as soon as I've got time to do that. And I will just thank you all in advance. But we will wrap things up there. Have a great evening, guys, whatever time it is. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next episode of the School of Hard Knocks. So until then, take care and bye-bye!